I don't care who you are, and I don't care what your opinion is on inflatables. Nobody can say that this is not an awesome design. This is the 2017 7.5 foot Halloween inflatable fortune teller. Fire and Ice kaleidoscope fortune teller. And I have a story here. Back in 2017, about like April or May, when I first saw the design of this one, when it popped up with the rest of what was going to be Home Depot's lineup for that year, or at least we thought was their lineup that year, I thought that this was amazing from day one, and I can't believe it's taken me this long to finally get this one, because this disappeared for a while, and I just found it again on Yard Inflatables, so I bought it, and it's for an amazing price too, like $75 for this incredible inflatable. Now, unfortunately, back in 2017, few people were able to get it because they didn't want to hassle with it online, because it ended up being an online exclusive. This was not sold in stores for some weird reason. I don't know who was running, who was in control of purchasing the inflatable lineup at each store, but they're all idiots for not wanting to pick this guy up. But eventually Home Depot did pick it up. And Bob, for those of you who don't know Bob, he is the founder and owner of Yard Inflatables, and he lives like 5 minutes away from me. Really, when I order inflatables from Yard Inflatables, he goes and gets them from his warehouse, and he puts it on his front porch, and I pay for it online, and then he messages me and says, "You can come pick it up now off my front porch." So that's how I get my inflatables in less than a day. Really, less than a day. I mean, at the time of filming this, today is, I believe, October 11th, and last night I ordered 2 inflatables, this and then another one that a review should be out on that one shortly. It's a very interesting video. You should probably check that out when I eventually get around to uploading it. That I needed the other one, and I was just going through Yard Inflatables, and I had someone else going through it with me, and he actually found this one, and I was astonished that it was actually back, because I hadn't heard that it was back. And if you zoom in right here, and I will zoom in, if you can see it right there, let's get a little closer here. If I can. 2020. So this is, he actually brought it back, which is very interesting. Bob actually did order this one again. And I'm very happy with the price I paid for it. Again, I will go over all the details. Again, this is an incredible inflatable. I can't wait to see this guy inflated, so let's go ahead and get to the rundown. There isn't much of a rundown to say here, because this is just the standard airborne inflatable shipping boxes. For those of you who don't know how this works, Jemmy is stationed in Texas, and so they're or headquartered in Texas, and their warehouse is actually there. Every inflatable in the warehouse and every inflatable that's stored in their warehouse is like this. They're all in that box, and most of them are just shipped out online. But the ones that the stores order are they print out box designs for those, or if they want their own specific box design, like Lowe's for a while was Holiday Living and Haunted Living, and Home Depot is still Home Accents Holiday. Then they'll print out their own box design, but mostly they just get the standard airborne inflatable box. But these are what every one of them looks like, which is pretty interesting. Everyone who collects all has at least a few of these that have this box design. It's just a white box. Another thing that people who don't collect wouldn't know is when you open up an inflatable box, the outer box with the box design is there is an inside box, which actually has it in there, has the inflatable in there. So, and this is pretty much that, but white and sometimes brown. I've heard that it does sometimes come in brown. And then they just slap 2 of the description stickers on it. And there's the code. They pick if you buy it from a reseller, a official professional reseller, where they get shipments in from Jemmy, then they can scan that barcode. But yeah, I was astonished to think that this guy's back again. Not much of a rundown to go over here, other than yeah, I mean, if you can just pause and take a look at that, I can't wait to see this guy inflated. Let's go ahead and get to the unboxing. Let's go ahead and unbox this guy. I haven't really, I know that Alex did post a video of it well over a year ago. Now, he got it probably BC, before COVID. And I think he also got it from he might have also gotten it from Yard Inflatables, because I think that it did come in this white box too. And it was such a shame for a lot of us in 2017 when we found out that this was not going to be sold in stores, because for kids who save up their money to buy inflatables, it's not really ethical for us to buy them online, because you know, you need a credit card and you need to bug your parents and to buy them for you. I'm more excited to see what fan this guy has, to be honest. Of course, because this is a reprint, it does have the updated stakes instead of the ones that it would have come with in 2017. If you have a 2017 model, that's pretty cool. Instructions, of course. I can already see a little bit of that, you know, that special fabric. Let's go ahead and get this out of the box here. Set the box off to the side, put these guys away, these things. Let's go ahead and see what fan it has. A slow starter. By the way, for those of you who aren't really familiar with the fan types, for the most part, if you can feel it, back here, you can already feel if it's tall, like right here, I can do that. If it's thinner like that, that's a tornado fan, or a version of a tornado fan. That would be in YF 80 or up. But because it has this cover and it is a little bit taller, this is a slow starter. But we'll see when I fire it up. See how if it starts slow and then builds up with the blade spinning. Then, but yes, I am predicting that this is a 2-inch blade slow starter. Instead of a 1-inch blade slow starter, because they kind of look the same. I believe in 2017 this would have come with a black base instead of gray, but it's nice. It's like, this is no less than it being returning in stores as an actual remake, but this is yeah. So he brought it back online. Let's go ahead and unfold it here. I can already feel that kaleidoscope. Excited to see how that works. That's a little disappointing already. I'll get to that later, though. I'll get to why that's disappointing. But I'm gonna go ahead and lay this guy out, and then we're gonna do an inflation part of it, so you guys can see it inflate in real time. So let's go ahead and get to that.
Yes, I'll come back to you, then I'll ask what happened.
So right off the bat, obviously it does live up to expectation. I mean, I wish everyone who's watching this video could just be here to see it. Or, I mean, if you own one, I mean, you would know. It's amazing. As you can see, it was a little bit of a struggle trying to get it inflated because his cape thing was wrapped around his arm there. But, I mean, still pretty, I mean, that was a pretty good time to get it inflated, honestly. And yes, it does have a slow starter. I know that you couldn't hear it, but it did start up with a slowly start up. But yeah, so that's how the inflation went. This guy pretty much looks good from all angles. Yeah, it's about to. So as I was saying, this guy looks good from all angles, but as you can see, it cannot withstand wind. I mean, looking at it, I mean, it's the perfect size. For me, it was the perfect price. I'm not sure how much it was sold for on Home Depot's website in 2017, but I know that I paid $75 for it, which is an incredible price for this guy. Me personally, I'm about 6 foot, probably like right around, yeah, probably right around exactly 6 foot. I'm about up to his face, up to his like about forehead. So I mean, it shows you how big this guy is when you're at that tall. And it doesn't have to be huge, you know, it's perfect size. My only real like big complaint with this guy that I wish they weren't up on, I mean, it's not a big deal. I mean, even if you hate it that much, you can just buy a banner and put it around it. But I don't like how they put the writing on the base of the globe. I see a fun Halloween in your future, because that kind of took it from like scary to like a cool inflatable town to like kid friendly. And I mean, for some people it kind of ruined it, I guess. I don't know that for sure, but I can pretty much. I mean, if the 2019 Oregon just not having sound and animation, even though it's a good design, ruined it for a lot of people, I'm sure that if they just added and like them adding pumpkins to everything that doesn't need to be adding pumpkins to, if that ruined it for some people, I know that this will ruin it for some people, because this is a lot more noticeable. But other than that, I mean, really good job on the, like, from a far away distance, it looks really good, at least at daytime. We're gonna see it at night here in a little bit. As you can see, his turbine is made out of the mixed media material. Maybe you can just go ahead and take a look at that. Looks real good. Looks really cool though. I mean, and the facial expression is also very well done. Amazing job on the facial expression. Nice detail here. They added the earrings. That's cool. The collar is pretty cool. I just wish it would inflate like it was an actual inflate part of it. I'm not sure how many C7s it has. I'm thinking 3. One in the base of the globe, one in his body, and then one in his head, but we'll see at night. The tether attachments, for those of you who are wondering, right here. There's, of course, just basic tethers. There's one on each side of the actual fortune teller, but down there, actually, it doesn't look like there is one underneath the globe. I'll check front here. No, there's none on the globe. That's interesting. But, and then of course there's the fan underneath the actual fortune teller. There's the guy here with, supposed to take down these middle pins, but I don't. I use the landscaping nails, which are pretty cool. Here's a still view of it from the back. The fan isn't noticeable at all. The cord's noticeable because that's just where I have it, but you can tuck it under it. Doesn't really matter. If you have little kids walking through your display, I mean, they'll love this. This is going to be a real crowd pleaser if you have like a haunt going on, like if you have people walking through your yard, or a haunted house that you do, depends on what you're buying this for. would definitely make a difference in the display. You know, it'll stand out. That's I guess the gist of what I'm saying. I mean, the collar, it would look a little bit better. I mean, just looking at it from the back here, it would look a little bit better if it were inflatable, but it's not. But it's okay. It still looks really cool. Gonna have to get the wrinkles out of it though. So all in all, the end note, gonna rate it, of course. Again, the 3 same categories: concept, price, and design. First up is concept. This gets a perfect 10 out of 10. This is something, I mean, as of 2017, even back then, 4 years ago, they haven't even come, and even after that, they haven't come anywhere close to doing this, something like this again. It's amazing. It's incredible. There's no words to describe how well the concept is. As well as design. Design kind of links in with, it ties in with concept, because they take that concept and then sometimes, for the most part, a lot of inflatables suffer when they take the cool concept and they the design actually comes out terrible. Look at Living Projection. Living Projection failed because it was just designed cheap. It was designed cheaply, and it was just a mess. But it was, you know, that was still an amazing concept. But this design, I'm gonna give it an 8 or a 9 out of 10. This is incredible. Actually, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna give it an 8. The only reason, because I can't give it a perfect 10, because there's no way a 10 gets the perfect inflatable design. But I'm gonna go ahead and give it an 8. I would give it a 9, but that Halloween sign at the base of the globe is kind of, you know, it's a deal breaker for me. And the third and final category is price. And this is a tricky one, because I can't go by there's no real, like, unless someone can tell me. I mean, you guys can chat about that in the comments of the original price it was sold for. I can't really remember off the top of my head. I'm thinking it's more around like 150. But I got this for 75 again, and that's an incredible price. So for me, at least, so a separate category for me, I'm gonna have to give it this another like 9 out of 10. 75 bucks for this is an incredible price. But I'm gonna have to give it, you know, a question mark out of 10 for the retail price, because I don't know how much it was sold for when it was brand new. Oh my gosh, it looks even better at night. It is incredible. I mean, just looking at it, it actually, instead of it, you know, just being somewhat visible, it actually, yeah, you can see it from, yeah, you can distinguish it in the dark. So combining the 3 scores it got, for me, the price was a 9 out of 10, 8 or 9 out of 10, yeah, 9 out of 10. The design was an 8 out of 10, and the concept was a perfect 10 out of 10. This gets like an 8 or a 9 out of 10, really. I mean, this is like, it's up there with some of the best Halloween inflatables ever made. I mean, when you run down the things I just talked about, the concept, the price, the design, the overall design of it, the fact that instead of just doing standard fabric, they went with the mixed media material just for the turban, at least for the cape. I mean, kaleidoscope and the globe instead of just doing some cheesy design on it. I mean, they really went all out on this one, and I give Jemmy a round of applause for this one. So overall, there's my opinion on it. I mean, you guys can chat about this in the comments, but I mean, really, nobody can really say anything bad about this except for the Halloween. The sign on the bottom, I mean, it inflates great. It's just made well. It's incredible. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure to stay tuned for more reviews and updates and display drops. I don't know when I'm gonna release this, but right, the 15th is what I said. So it's premiering on the 15th, Friday night. I picked it on a Friday, so that's nice for you guys. I don't know. You guys might be watching this after the display video premieres. At least the first one premieres. I don't know when the second one's gonna premiere yet, but I do have both videos ready to go. So, this video is filmed on the hold on, let me check. It is the 11th right now. So I don't know when this video is gonna be. I mean, I have a few other videos I have to edit and then upload, eventually get to. But of course, I'll get to it. So let me know when you guys are watching this. Let me know what you guys think, and hope to see you at the premiere of the display video. Make sure to stay tuned for more reviews, updates, and displays coming soon to the Inflatable Bastard. I'll see you next time.